Hey Joe, I was just posting to tell you I was going live. Okay. That was really fast. I just had literally gone live when you joined. I don't get emails from yours anymore. Oh, that's fair. Okay. It's 10. Wait. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Yeah, this almost happened with Fallout 4. But anyways, hold on, let me just do my intro real quick. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Stormer from Stormer Media Plays, and we are back in Starfield with Shattered Space, the new DLC that just launched as of last Monday. So, there's a few bugs and problems, so we'll have to work our way through them, but for the most part, I found it a fairly enjoyable experience. If there were a few things that they left out they should have not have, but we'll get into that as it becomes relevant. So this is not going to be the longest series on the channel. Unfortunately, Shattered Space is kind of small. We'll do as many side quests as we can, but I have a feeling we'll be moving on to the next game a lot sooner than we think. So we'll see how things go with today's stream, and I'll try to make an estimate on how many streams we're going to have in Shattered Space. So. Alright, and we are back on Parima where we left off last time. In our swimsuit. We are armed with our Varun Star Shard. Professional's calibrated Varun Star Shard. 85 physical damage, 331 energy damage this gun kicks. We also have Averance, which is our epic pistol. It has instigating and swashbuckling, which means we deal double damage to enemies that are full health, so that's 448 on a full health opponent. Also, they drop more credits when I kill them, so if I see some low-level enemies, I'm going to swap over to Averance and get that money. That sweet, sweet money. Alright, gonna go ahead and equip my spacesuit. Sorry, Joe. I have a skill point. That's fair, sorry. What should I spend this point on, I wonder? Yeah, I know what you mean. Another 10% health is tempting. Getting closer to particle beam faster reload is also tempting. 5%, or sorry, 3% extra critical chance is also tempting, especially since pistol certification gives me plus 25% critical chance for 5 seconds when I kill an enemy with a pistol, which is my main weapon type, so it's always. Medicine, 50% faster and 50% more health back. Save it for spacesuit design, which is arguably important because. Actually, yeah, I think I'm going to do that because I want to be able to further improve my spacesuit. No, I need to spend it now. We're about ready to go into a bunch of big fights. I think I have enough damage at the moment. I think being able to heal myself for less medicine is probably going to be more important. To the Rev 8! Wait, did I not bring the Rev 8 down here with me this time? Oh, nice. I don't think we ever got to Chapter 3, I'm going to be honest with you. We may have, I don't know. There was a certain point where we started having issues with the game disc because we bought it secondhand, so. Then I actually bought it for the PlayStation 4 when it came out on PS4, the collection 1 and 2. Yeah, and I was going to play it, never got around to. Oh no, I didn't bring the Rev 8. I left the Rev 8 up here. I'm probably just gonna wait and do it on stream. God.
Hello again.
What's going on here, Omari? Why do you got bound into this corner here? Do you see the photo I sent you, Joe?
Hope you've enjoyed your stay here.
Oh, yes, you did. You reacted to it. Sorry. Yeah, the fact that there's a skull coming off of whatever they're cooking is incredibly concerning. Alright, hopefully the game doesn't crash when I jump systems, so the way to start the DLC is a little different than other games. In like Skyrim and Fallout 4, you would just go talk to a Pacific NPC or visit a Pacific location. It doesn't work that way. In this game, you have to visit a system that has no plot relevance going on to it, so something like the Pup is a good place to go to.
Driver spinning down. Jump was smooth.
There it is.
We are anomalous readings. Member crew have been compromised. Do not repeat. Not board.
Well, so when have I ever listened to people telling me not to do something?
Nice clean dock.
Do not repeat. Not board.
Guns out. Oh, I've got a picture I've been meaning to send you. It's a picture of Karlach on the beach in a bikini, and she says, "Sun's out, guns out, soldier." And Shadowheart's there as well. She's like, "What's a gun?" Yeah, there's an option when Karlach has become a mind flayer. When she calls you soldier, there's an option to say, "Still soldier after all this time." I'm like, no, soldier's a term of endearment for me now. I wouldn't complain about her calling me soldier.
I cannot give up.
Yeah. Yeah, this is all in 0 Gs. So we get to float around. Of course, you gotta watch out because there's all kinds of debris floating around too.
Basira, hold on. You are strong. Concentrate. I'm trying, Sirach, but it's getting worse. I can feel my mind slipping. Fragmenting. I'll become one of them. You have to get away from me. No, I will not leave you here. It's pointless. We share this fate. This is our end.
One shot, one kill. Well, technically 2 shots, but...
Who did this?
Also, I'm fucking pissed off that I had to reset 7 times to get my calibrated River Star Shard. She's just got one on her. That is so annoying.
I see no one, and yet I can feel a presence. But how? I should be the last. Is someone there, or... My mind turns against me. I must return to engineering and make one last attempt to restore the power.
Okay, he has departed. Let's pull up that log that we found. Oh, thank God I cleared this out. Great Serpent, there are so few of us left, and while I have spent my entire life in devotion to you, I find myself afraid of death, of what is to come. Perhaps we are the cliché, delving too deep into things better left unknown, paying the price for trying to glimpse too much. Forgive us our curiosity, our selfishness, our pride. We only wish to truly find you, but it seems we still meet in the traditional way, in death. Oh, okay, that was a quest that I picked up and didn't do, right? Advanced Deep Recon Spacesuit. That's almost better than what I'm wearing, except for it doesn't have any legendary effects. Hey Joe, there's someone in chat who wishes to speak with you, if you're able to give them some of your time. Thank you. Groat milk. We also found a chunk's groat as well. Okay, enemies are about to be inbound. Where is my superpowers? This fight is so much harder when you don't have Sensar stuff. Dang, I'm actually kind of low on med packs on this character. Hey, where did their bodies go? I wanted to loot those. Where did they go?
Post-incident log. After the initial jump, areas of the Oracle have somehow been sectioned off by strange energy fields or barriers. The fields allow no one to pass and are somehow able to repel, almost teleport, the trespasser back. I am certain these new fields are related to the Vortex Phantoms. Both resonate with the same energy pattern. The exact same pattern we were studying for Anasco's experiments. Something happened in Dasra. And if the situation is bad here, I fear for our brethren in the city.
Got another log to read. I am writing this in what may be my final moments because Basara thought it might ease my mind, but I believe this is an impossibility given the circumstances. After arguing with her for longer than I would like to admit, here I am writing regardless. I believe I have come to accept my impending death. Perhaps my greater faith in the Great Serpent allows for this. My colleague Emerson has succumbed to his weakness and retreated to crew quarters. You would think our chief of engineering would have a greater resolve. It is a good thing that I am no warden, only a lowly scientist, because Basira thought it might ease, or Oh, sorry, I've got it out of. Unlike many, I have no friends or family that will miss me, and the feeling is mutual. My one regret is not having the chance to complete the Path of Redemption one last time. Now that I have written some, I know for a fact that I feel no better. I will, however, take great pleasure in telling Basira she was wrong. Gotta take your pleasure somewhere.
Sirak Vetal. Post-incident log. Something has gone horribly wrong. We were in orbit directly above Dasra, monitoring our current experiments when we experienced a sudden energy surge. I fear the source came from the city itself. It triggered our graph drive and jumped the Oracle to an unknown location. We thought members of the crew were somehow lost in the jump. But later, we were attacked by what I will refer to as vortex phantoms. I thought I recognized some of them. Could it be that the energy surge has somehow transformed them and warped their minds?
There was a vortex phantom over here a second ago, but he vanished. He'll be back though. I don't like how they teleport around though. That is kind of annoying. Tell you what though, it makes melee more useful though, because there's a moment right as they're teleporting where you can attack them and they'll still take damage from it. Alright, first of all, release 1, which releases a Vortex Phantom. Damn it! That was incredibly annoying. Do I not have Andraja with me? I thought I had Andraja with me. Alright, we got the key card. Quick save just in case. Alright, now all these Vortex Phantoms out here are going to want to play because I got the key card. Gotcha. Got you as well. You're above me, aren't you? Ooh, you have a Rune Inflictor. Too bad this is a pistol character. Sheesh. The one character I couldn't use a Rune Inflictor on, and she doesn't. She gets 2 of them. I have a character who's actually set up to use Rune Inflictor as their primary weapon. I haven't found a single one of them yet. Right, so we got Safety Protocol 12.5 enacted due to a power surge. The secondary power cell has been injected to prevent catastrophic failure. Secondary power cell must be reconnected to restore full power. Secondary power cell will be reconnected. Please ensure all personnel clear of the conduit area. By selecting confirm to continue, verifying the power array has been cleared by a licensed engineer. Unable to establish connection to the secondary power cell, please consult your licensed engineer to confirm the secondary power cell has been properly replaced.
Serpent's Bane. One of the power cells dislodged in the last jump. The gravity. Restoring the gravity may pull the cell into place. If I can get to the control room, if I can No! They are coming!
Yep, they're coming. Ah, you're hiding behind something. Whoops. Wasted a bunch of bullets on that one. Stop hiding behind things. I'll be taking those. Alright, I gotta find that other body that I dropped. There you are. No, that's one of them. Not the one I'm looking for, though. That's the one I'm looking for, though. As I write this, there are 3 of us left, Sarek, Bashira, and myself. We have all accepted the inevitable that either we're destined to fall victim to these vortex phantoms, as Sirach calls them, or we're destined to become them. I pray it's the latter. One final step into the unknown. The mortal aspect of me fears the change, but the scientific aspect hopes to embrace it. To my fellow scientists and loved ones, do not mourn me. Know that I have borne witness to the unimaginable things here. My only regret is not having the tools to properly study them. But as I said, death is upon me, and all mysteries are soon to be solved. Okay, on to the next area. I guess I didn't bring Andraja with me. I thought for sure I did. I'll make sure she's in party when we go to the next... when we go down to Dazra.
This is Sirac Vital. Post-incident log. I am one of the few remaining unaffected crew on the Oracle. Nadine, Basira, and Taras are the only others I was able to find. I fear it is just a matter of time before we succumb to this energy that is turning the others. How long will we last? And will my mind be strong enough to hold out when my time comes? Basira and I have programmed the Oracle to return to Varun Kai's orbit once it is able. All of our research will automatically be transmitted the moment we are within Dasra's range. I pray our work here was not in vain.
These damn controls! Why will they not respond to me? Work, damn you!
You're not...
Warning.
Not
Gravity
fully,
procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings
fully
to ensure
materialized, buddy.
personal safety. Restoring gravity in 3, 2, 1.
Right.
Power cell connected. Report to operations for system reboot.
Thank God for jetpacks.
The Vortex Phantoms. Where did they go? Something is wrong.
Ooh. Extermination plus 30 damage against aliens. House to Keef shielded. No, I don't think House to Keef exists anymore.
No!
Don't worry, I'll make it
Not
quick.
now. I have to...
I'll make it quick. Okay, that wasn't as quick as I thought it was going to be. Because apparently these guys still count as human for the purpose of dropping credits. Okay. Ooh, so this is a new gun they added. This is the calibrated Varun. I'm not sure how to say that. Penumbra. Penumbra, maybe. Anyways, it's a basically a particle miniature rocket launcher. Naturally, I can't use it because this is a pistol only character, but.
Mainframe reboot initiated. Commencing protocol. Station lockdown completed. All major systems on standby. Mainframe reboot completed. Warning. Station jump procedure initiated. Please check your surroundings to ensure personal safety. Jump in 3, 2, 1. Execute.
Here we go!
Jump completed. Station lockdown released. Initiating data transfer.
Okay.
Incoming transmission.
This is Dasra calling the Oracle station. We've received your transmission. Your orders are to send a representative down here immediately. It appears we have much to discuss.
To the city of Dazra. Oh, it's nice to have the gravity on. Also, nice to get some free ammo. Do I have enough ammo for... I got 716 ammo for Adference. I think we're fine. Okay, who's all aboard my ship? Andreja's not aboard my ship. So, I do not have Andreja with me. Oh well, it's fine. I mean, it's
Heaven
not.
is having
I'll
a
go
smooth
get
running
Andreja
ship
after we,
with a crew of friends.
I hope you're having a good day. Hey, Dad. Will you read to me tonight before bed?
Read to you, sure. I'd like that very much. You haven't asked me to do that in a long time.
And will you do funny voices for the characters? Like you used to when I was little?
Oh,
You just try and stop me.
that was cute.
Touchdown imminent.
There is the city of Dazra, home city of the House Varun. Well, what's left of it anyways. They blew up like half of it.
It is a beautiful day, huh?
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you
Aw,
live.
they think they're a threat to me.
You have no right to be here. You will tell me how you found this place.
Found your wayward star station, the Oracle.
But it was lost. All communication ceased. There was no sign of it.
Never seen a star station with a grav drive installed.
It was deemed necessary at the time. We will reevaluate that decision in light of what has happened. Forrest, I think we need not fear our guest. Perhaps, in this time of need, the Great Serpent has delivered us a gift.
Counselor, with due respect, we have not had unannounced visitors here in generations. It is a clear breach of security.
I do not disagree, and I know that security, in whatever small form we can grasp it, is of paramount importance. But you must acknowledge the timing is curious. And perhaps our guest's intent should be determined before we take further action. We received the automated transmission, but you are certainly not who we expected to find.
Great Serpent,
It's happening.
hear me.
Speaker, we are here!
We have reached out to you to seek guidance in our hour of need. The gate in the Citadel has been opened, just to seek you. Have I failed you? What is this place? Where am I? Why do you not show yourself? I strive only to follow your command. All must serve. Please, do not leave me in darkness. I seek only your wisdom, your guidance. Great Serpent, your children cry out to you. Will you not answer us?
Our leader, Anasko Varun, he has appeared like this over and over. So many of our people have been trapped in this state, these vortex phantoms. But usually they are hostile and lash out. Anasko is different. If only we could hear his voice, some reassurance that all is not lost.
Sounds pretty lost himself.
You could hear him. Despite the sightings, none have heard the word from Anasko in all this time, yet you claim to. Do not toy with me. Not about this. If you speak truth, you must prove it. What did he say?
He said all must serve.
Aye, the serpent. No outsider would know our creed. It is never uttered beyond this city. Truly, you did hear Anasko. You have been chosen. People of House Varun, hear me. We have asked the Great Serpent for deliverance from our calamity, and he has answered us. This outsider has been chosen as the most unlikely vessel for the Great Serpent's divine provenance, and she will help save us all. Outsider, please. There is no denying you have been sent here as a sign. You must help us. But there are precepts that must be followed, principles that must be obeyed. Even in these dire circumstances, we cannot turn from Jinan Varun's teachings. You will be granted safe passage through Dazra and the lands beyond. No harm will come to you. On that, you have my word. But to truly aid us, you must become part of House Varun. This is not a thing done lightly, and it cannot be taken back. Will you commit to helping us by becoming one of the promised?
Let's see. What exactly am I signing up for? What do you want from me?
Well, efforts to do something, anything, about our current dilemma have fallen to political infighting. I believe your arrival, if nothing else, represents a sign from the Great Serpent himself that we must finally put aside our differences and work together. It must be ordained that you would appear before us now, able to hear the speaker when no one else can.
Okay. Your people are always trying to kill me. Why would I help you?
You must mean the Zealots. I assure you, they do not represent House Varun. We do not engage with the settled systems. They would attack us just as soon as you or anyone else. And they would certainly never extend an offer to join them, as I do now in this time of desperation. So, will you?
See, what do you mean, the promised?
We, the people of House Varun, are the promised. The Great Serpent has blessed us with knowledge of the future and our place in it. Our service to him guarantees us a place in the new worlds he will create when he returns to enshroud the universe. A greater gift could not be bestowed upon you.
Alright, just tell me where to begin.
Excellent. Please, come with me. Forgive me for not introducing myself. I am Malibor Dulkev, a member of the High Council of House Varun. I have been asked to represent the Council in this moment. Please, enter our city. You have my word that you will not be harmed. I would ask that until you have become promised, you avoid the citizens of Dasra. They are not used to outsiders.
Sorry, this is a
Open
pretty
the
dialogue-heavy section, Joe.
I must temper what I reveal for now, but surely you saw the scaled citadel
I
as
said
you
this is a
arrived.
pretty dialogue-heavy section.
It was the center of an explosion of sorts that has annihilated most of our city. We have lost many of our brothers and sisters. I believe we are still in danger.
Counselor, what is the meaning of this?
Is there a problem, Makula?
The city is in shambles, the speaker is missing, and here you are leading some outsider through our sacred space? Why allow this husk to defile our city? Have we not lost enough?
Have faith. I believe this outsider was guided here by the great Serpent himself. And soon, Serpent willing, they will be one of us. But I can be sure and pass your concerns on to the rest of the High Council, if you wish. I apologize for the interruption.
No, I should grab my persuasion
There is a
outfit in
ritual
case I need to do some
intended for
persuading.
converts to the Promised that has not been performed in generations. We are fortunate that there are those still alive who remember the old ways and have remained prepared for such a moment as this.
Surprised it wasn't an option to use my character's lack of religion to. Maybe that'll show up later. Because my character is a worshiper of, well, not really a worshiper. My character is a follower of the
Suspected we might find you here waiting.
enlightened.
I saw the ship landing. I knew immediately that I would be needed.
Indeed you are. This is Inaza Kaisir, Herald of the Serpent. She will guide you through the ritual. I am needed elsewhere, but I assure you that you are in good hands.
So, the great serpent sends you to me. No husk that walk the serpent's path. To enter the sacred cave, there is no turning back. You will be forever changed. This is a path you must walk of your own free will, alone. Will you step forward and emerge anointed, one of the promised?
Razorland, I have no interest or need in your religion. Let's see, why do you call me
You have
husk?
not been filled with purpose by the great serpent, so you are merely a husk. But perhaps not for long.
I kind of wish I had saved before this so I could see what that option says, but see why am I
Those
doing this?
born to House Faroon spend every day surrounded by our history. The rituals that separate us from the husks happen naturally over time. You have not experienced that. Those who have not answered the serpent's call cannot coexist with House Faroon. And so, if you are to aid us in our time of need, you must become one of the promised.
I really want to see what this option says,
Then
but I'm not
enter,
going to risk the
and I shall guide
having
you
to reset
along the
back quite a bit of
serpent's
time.
path.
I should probably get Andrea after this. I said that just a minute ago and I completely forgot about it.
The path lies before you, but it is up to you to walk it.
Alright, here we go.
Before House Faroon, there were humans. First on Earth, then scattered among the stars. And like all humans, they were lost souls, wandering in the dark, looking for a path. One particular colony ship housed several hundred of these souls. They were each alone and isolated, individual tiny flames that could be snuffed out at a moment's notice. But Jinan Varun encountered the Great Serpent and was given the gift of knowledge. He shared his knowledge with those around him and lit the way for them. They followed his guidance and his light, and they cast aside the burdens of their former lives. And thus, House Varun was born. Now you too have the chance to cast aside your burdens, to relieve yourself of anything that holds you back.
Okay, do I have anything extra that I can just dump in there? Yeah. Just drop a gun into the fire. It's okay, when Miniature Nerd was doing this on stream the other day, he put uranium in the fire.
To the Great Serpent. They made the leap of faith that brought House
It is.
Varun
It's a dirty bomb.
You may now follow in their footsteps and take that same leap. Embrace the Great Serpent.
Uranium is used to create dirty bombs. It's used to also make a nuclear power. They say uranium ore is worth the price of gold. So with a Geiger counter in my hand, I went out to scout some government land. Uranium fever's come and got me down. I need to stop or I'm gonna get copyright struck.
The people of House Varun settled this world, at first in these very caves. Jinan Varun himself slept among them in these shelters. It was here that he spread the word of the serpent. It was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of their place in the universe.
You know, the technology of the settled systems has not advanced in several hundred years.
And it was here that the people of House Varun first understood the truth of the shrouding. The Great Serpent's return. He will encircle the universe he created, and all those who do not follow will be cast into shadow. And the people weighed this knowledge against their former lives, and saw how they had been blessed despite the difficult new life that awaited them. You too would do well to feel that solace amidst the pain.
Yeah, we're in for a penny and for a pound. May as well do the whole thing. But while we're here... we never say that here. We always say in for a penny and for a pound. We acknowledge that it comes from... We acknowledge that it's a British saying, but it's just one of those things that we've adapted. Remember, America's grasp of language. What? I mean, look, you guys came over here and created the colonies in the first place. Some of the stuff you brought over with you was gonna stick. Like, if you didn't want us to use your stuff, don't go and colonize the world. Like how y'all went and took over all the places that had spices and then didn't use any of them in your cooking. It's a meme, Joe. There's a meme, it's like, why is British food so bland when y'all literally took over the world for spices? burns gained. Shit. It's okay, I found some heal paste recently.
Until that day comes, we are the voice and the hands of the Great Serpent. Our every act a sacrifice to hate. Make now a sacrifice to prove your devotion. And remember, whether in life or in death, all must serve. Let us begin the final ritual.
Okay, so the way this works is I have to pick up 2 of these, and I get a special name based on which ones I pick up.
Before the Great Serpent, we can all feel his presence. To solidify this bond, you are presented with a simple choice. Before you on this dais are several items. They represent different aspects of House Varun's connection to the Great Serpent. Pick the 2 that call to you. Place them on the altars. Offerings to the Great Serpent that he may fill you with his spirit and make you promise.
Yeah, so far I've gotten 3 different names. I've gotten Armiger, Harbinger, and Diviner. So I'm gonna let you pick, Joe. Do I pick up the effigy of devotion, the effigy of obedience, the effigy of strength, or the effigy of perseverance? Or the difference is I get a different name depending on which 2 we pick up and put on the pedestals, and I don't. Yep, just a name. Devotion, obedience, strength, and preservation, or preservance, or perseverance, yeah. Strength, okay. And then what's my second one? Okay, strength and perseverance, okay. I don't think I've done this combination before, so this will be interesting. Right. And the smoke goes away, and we're back in the room.
And so you arise, one of the promised of House Varun. Did you feel the Great Serpent working within you? Do you feel born anew?
I just want to help. I'll do what I need to, but I don't believe in it. I feel the same as I did
Through
before.
strength and perseverance, House Varun will triumph over all that stands in its way. I grant you the title of Vindicator.
Vindicator, interesting.
All will know you. All will trust you. Above us, in the grand ship morning, jewel of the Varun fleet, the High Council awaits
Vindicator.
your arrival. Serve them. Serve the Great Serpent. All must serve.
Okay. So now we go and talk to the people in the council. Actually, I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. I will be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. Hold on, I want to check something real fast. Vindicator. Testing, testing. I heard some static when I was putting the thing on mute, so I was trying to make sure it didn't do what it did that one stream of Sea of Stars where the whole thing became a staticky mess. I'm sorry, I thought you had heard me the first couple times I said it. I apologize. Later.
How may I assist you? Welcome, Vindicator. You stand before what remains of the High Council, advisors to Anasko Varun. We are all that is left after the disaster that has befallen our people. I represent House Dulkef. Jamal is from House Kadik, and we are joined by Lovek of House Vital. We are, all of us, hopeful that your arrival in Dazra and your clear connection to Anasko Varun, for the first time in weeks, represent some semblance of hope. But you do. We have only seen brief glimpses of him since the incident. But you heard him speak. How can that be taken as anything other than providence? Please, just allow us a moment to explain.
By all means, Malabor. I can't wait to see how you spin this.
Please, can we just for a moment...
Can we just for a moment what? Discuss whether or not to allow the first convert to House Varun since before any of us were born? A bit late on that, it seems.
You were not there. You did not see Anasko. It felt different. We have already wasted so much time...
You're correct. I was not there. Because you elected to travel to the spaceport on your own. And then decided this on your own.
Do not waste time with more bickering. Anasko, and by extension House Varun, suffers with every passing moment.
Of course, Lovek. My apologies. Please, Malabor. Do go on.
Anasko Varun, like his father before him, has relied on the teachings of Jinan to guide us. Anasko wondered if perhaps it was time to seek guidance directly from the Great Serpent, and so sought a means of reaching out.
Perhaps he found the teachings inadequate.
Careful, Kadik. You tread on dangerous ground.
I mean nothing by it. We simply were never consulted on the matter and do not know the full motive.
The point is that a series of experiments have taken place over the years, utilizing grav drive technology to hopefully make direct contact with the Great Serpent, similar to Jinan Varun's initial meeting.
And then something went wrong.
We do not know what happened. We were not inside the Scaled Citadel at the time.
Had we been, we wouldn't be standing here now. We'd be like the rest of them.
A great tide of energy emanated from the Scaled Citadel and swept across Dazra. Much was destroyed in its wake. Those caught in the blast have been left in a state of confusion, trapped halfway between our universe and the Vortex. The Citadel itself remains in such a state. Right there and yet beyond our reach. We can only assume that the experiment is still running, somehow preventing us from entering the Citadel. We cannot get in, so we cannot stop it. We're beginning to lose hope before you arrived.
See, how long ago did this happen?
It has only been a few weeks. There had been efforts to put together some kind of response, some plan. But they had fallen apart.
The vortex, what is that?
Forgive me, I am no scientist. But as it has been explained to me, what we call the vortex is the space between universes.
Tell me how I fit into this.
Your arrival and your interaction with Anasco shows that he can still be saved. The plan had been devised to access the Citadel, but the work stalled. Clearly, it is time to move forward with it. The current head of our science team, Ekris, should be in Jinan Plaza down below us, towards the Citadel. Tell him about your experience with Anasco, and that work on the morning device must proceed.
Okay, let's go talk to the scientist.
Do you know the scientists out at Hamadi Station?
The old married couple?
So the current plan is we're going to proceed with the main questing, and then I'll do side quests afterwards.
We will all be lucky to see the end of the year.
You want to talk?
Well, look who it is. You have made quite a stir, and given the state of things, that is a singular accomplishment. To what do I owe the honor, Vindicator?
Malibor says the work on the morning device must proceed.
Did he now? How magnanimous. But approval is approval, and I will gladly take it. I will spare you much of the technical detail, as I confess that pieces of it I barely understand myself. One cannot help but notice the energy field around the scaled citadel. Until we can get through it, we cannot shut down the experiment inside, and it has proved quite impossible to get through. We had the beginnings of a plan to build a makeshift contraption to redirect grav drive energy to see if we could penetrate the barrier, but the project came to a halt. Politics got in the way. Every one of the houses needs to contribute, and every one realized they could potentially use it for leverage. What
of course they
should
did.
have been a cooperative effort turned contentious. Easy decisions became negotiations. And so, construction never began. We have sat here, staring at this disaster as supplies pile up for well over a week now. Serpent help us, it is infuriating.
See, no use complaining about the past, time to move forward. So why do you need the council's approval?
The council just so happens to represent the 3 houses under Varun's banner, who are also entrusted with various aspects of running, well, everything. Each of those houses needs to contribute something to the project, so the council is the final stopgap. Were the speaker here, he could bypass all of it with a wave of his hand, but, well, you have already seen the state he's in.
See.
Indeed. All must serve. I believe I've done enough complaining for now. Time to get to work. If you're here, the council has likely sent word to the houses that it's time to stop the infighting. I doubt it will be enough. I need to oversee construction here, make sure things are built to specifications. If you could follow up with the houses, that may speed up the process.
Okay, I'll get right on
I
it.
appreciate that someone around here is eager to get to work. House Fetal owes us access codes for the city power grid. It's the only way to guarantee enough power to activate the device. House Kadik was supposed to provide a young scientist named Sahima to help me. She had at least some experience with the original Citadel experiment. No idea why they refused to send her. And Hasmek, the new elder of House Dulkef, he has been distant, guarded. He claims to have vital information about an important component of the experiment, but has withheld it until now. Help me get what we need, and we will see what we can do for the Speaker. And for House Varun. And I may have something that can help you in whatever trials the Serpent puts before you as we navigate this. We have been nearly overwhelmed with all that has happened over the last few weeks, but I have still spent some time doing my own research when I can. These phantoms, the vortex. Fascinating subject, really. If only there were some less disastrous way we could have discovered all this.
Fascinating is the word I would use to describe it.
I know. I have lost friends and colleagues myself. We have encountered several interesting phenomena.
You're fine,
First, while the phantoms shift to a fully human form when killed, they often retain small shards that appear to be an almost crystallized version of vortex energy. Second, we have learned that killing the phantoms sometimes causes an even greater disturbance. Horrors, as they have been colloquially termed, can appear from somewhere. We are unsure of their origin, but it is not within our universe. These horrors and their spawn are infested with cysts, a seemingly organic manifestation of vortex energy. We have managed to collect enough to run experiments and have devised a method of combining them into an explosive mixture with varying properties. While they have no use in the development of the morning device, if you find yourself out in the field, I believe they could have more practical applications.
I'll take anything that give me an edge.
The process is simple enough that any industrial workstation should suffice, if you have the materials. And depending on how you combine said materials, you may find the results to be somewhat variable. I hope you can use that to your advantage.
Okay. I want to do House Kadik first, because reasons.
This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we've worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough. May the Great Serpent...
So, Akris has sent our newest Vindicator to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry. Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
Let's see.
Well, it's also an honor to meet one as interesting as yourself. I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
See.
I know the Council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the House. They're being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
I mean, what the Zealots have demanded so far. How are the Zealots able to kidnap your people in the first place?
What happened to Dazra was a cataclysmic event. The city may seem in order now, but those first few days, it was chaos. And the Zealots took advantage.
Why not just tell the High
Because
Council?
right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction. As much as the Council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her.
Zealots don't negotiate, they kill on
Perhaps
sight.
the Zealots you know. But they were once a part of Varun society. Our relationship is far more complex. The Zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council or even the reinstatement of their house. House Maleen. They know we can't risk Sahima for Dazra's sake. So, they won't hold
Welcome
back
back, Mars.
when it comes to demands. Agreed. Which is why I'm hoping you can help. I need you to find the hostages. Bring them home, so the Zealots have nothing to leverage, and Sahima can work with the High Council. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them. But we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
Just tell me. Let's see.
And that is where the issue lies. I don't know where the Zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
Let's hear about these complications then.
As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
I wish I want to learn the information.
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
I mean, do you actually expect any of them to walk out of this alive?
Merrick is proud of what they've accomplished, so I doubt they'll give up information easily. If being persuasive isn't your strong suit, perhaps appealing to their substantial ego may help. If you can stomach it. Just don't be direct. I'm sure it would put them on the defensive. Either that, or make them completely unwilling to talk. See that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Okay, before I do anything else, we're gonna go get Indraja and my persuasion outfit. And I keep saying that I'm going to, and I'm not, and I haven't, so we're gonna go do it now, so I don't forget again. See, I've got an autosave down, so I'm going to trust that autosave, which I'm probably going to regret, but we're going to... The best part is I can just jump straight to the lodge, and then jump straight back to Dazra, and then I can go to my ship and get the persuasion outfit out. There she is.
Yes, yes? You need something?
Of course.
Are you ready?
Ugh. Go get my persuasion outfit on.
Mom says we might go to Paradiso next year. She's all excited about spa days.
I'm glad. For Cora's sake, anyways.
I wonder if they have any good bookstores there.
Much as I like Sarah Morgan's outfit as a day-to-day outfit, the ESC captain uniform that's +5 persuasion chance is more useful.
Am I making any difference at all?
Salutations.
I got you your favorite from the meat house. Extra fatty, just
I am not sure what to make of you.
Yes?
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
Here to see you.
And you are?
I'm Vindicator, Mia.
Ah, the heretic turned promised. I was wondering when our paths would cross. So, tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I think you know.
Oh, I certainly don't. I may have many talents, but mind reading isn't one of them.
God, you have such a large...
Did she now? I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Rosma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here. Well, I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
Such a young age,
I
too.
do have a natural talent. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
Of course not.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know. Some days, it takes everything. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability. I had a feeling this conversation. I've worked hard to obtain my position. And like I've told Rosma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
You really should rethink your position on the hostages.
As much as I'd like to help you, I don't think so.
I think you're underestimating how good of a persuasive talker I am.
Perhaps you're right. True. Given the circumstances, a bit more caution
Yeah, did I go with my
may
mouth?
be needed here. All right, I'll let you in on their location. But remember, you're the only one that knows. If word spreads, I'll know exactly who's to blame. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Rosma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned. It better.
Must resist urge to shoot him in the back of the head. Not resisting well.
I can't believe this is happening. You must have gotten the location. Ah, yes, the old Varun military outpost. It's a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade. If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
I'll head there right
The
away.
sooner the better.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway,
Exterminate.
I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
Meet you at the power station.
Good. Serpent willing, your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Jamal's gonna be a
Vindicator,
pain.
a word before you go. Tell me, Vindicator, what do you know about the Zealots?
See. Religious fanatics who kill those who don't follow the Great
An
Serpent.
oversimplified observation, but correct nonetheless. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
Says establishing a working relationship with the
I'm
Zealots.
surprised she even mentioned that much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Razma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
I would argue that what you describe would be considered treason. And rightly so.
So Rosman doesn't want the council to know her true relationship with the Zealots.
Exactly. House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots. But the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us. She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
And hardly the Hard Council is aware of any of this.
The Council knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
But I'm going to find Sahima, so Razma can take that back.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
And you expect me to do something about it?
How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Razma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
House Kadik
I'm not
would
letting
go
the
to
hostages
any
die.
lengths, it seems.
See, you're condoning the murder of your family.
I'm doing what I must to preserve this house. All you need to get is Sahima's research, which she has with her.
Okay, I'm not committing to anything.
Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, you'll come to the same conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name. I trust you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
I'm not going to kill the hostages. That's horrible. Now, on my mercenary bounty hunter character, I probably will. Because
House Kadik
they
seems to
definitely
have
would
remained
do
largely
something like
unscathed.
that.
How fortunate for them.
And Trajan has no patience for House Kadik. To the Rev 8!
What is your scanner review?
Y'all ready for this? Make sure I don't run over somebody by accident.
Your dismounts are flawless.
Okay, we want to swing north. sea! Right over the seaweed farm. Yeah, I just got threatened. Man, the Rev 8 is not handling well today. I swear I wasn't having these problems the last time I drove through here. It's handling like the Mako from Mass Effect 1 today.
Boosting gives me such a rush!
Oh, and Dranger, my little speed demon. We're almost there. Here we go again on our own. Enemy above us to the left. Behind us as well. I gotta watch out for people with Nova Blast disruptors. I should have killed you with the... Should have killed him with the Averance for the extra credits. Oh well. Okay. Okay, aim at that turret. You're inside the building. Oh, there you are.
What was that?
Just an enemy getting what he deserved.
Perhaps I was mistaken.
Okay. Find Sahima.
Die! Not
Technically, I'm not a heretic anymore.
Then we are triumphant. Come then, meet your death.
Wait, Andrade, why are you not armed? Okay, there you go.
I am. Changing magazine.
You died today.
It's right door. Oh, you got the rune star slash. Very nice. You had a Nova Light.
Curse you!
All the hostiles over this way seem to be dead. Hello. Goodbye.
Your judgment is at hand.
I'm glad he just nicked me with that shotgun. At that range, he probably would have killed me. Go this way, make sure there aren't any enemies to come and I don't want to do that right now. Okay.
If you're here to help, that zealot had a key. You have to get me out of here. Who are you?
I'm Vindicator Mia. Rasmus sent me to rescue you.
Serpent's Grace, I knew it! I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others. The Zealots have been using them to force me to continue my research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The Zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
Good news, the High Council thinks you have all the answers too.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability. But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Razma to send someone after me.
The Zealots also plan on using you as a pawn in negotiations.
Negotiations? Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Razma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right.
Leadership, that's the attitude. Less moping, more positive thinking. Let's go.
Alright. First, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate Anasco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to. Right. Focus. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety. You just have to clear out that area first, and the Zealots down there are... different.
Alright, let's... how are these Zealots different?
The Zealots you'll encounter beyond here are... altered somehow. To be made thus would be to show them the Great Serpent's mercy.
Alright, let's go.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere yet. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside.
Alright, sounds like a plan.
And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships.
Alright, get the
Good.
hostages out of here.
I'll see you outside.
While we're here, just take a quick nap.
Last night was enlightening. I hope to.
Damn it. Damn, he's fast.
Nothing there. Shame.
Wait, where did he go? There he is.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Serpent, be merciful. Has help finally arrived?
Who are you? You aren't a zealot. Who are you?
Vindicator Mia Reza sent me to free.
The Great Serpent is merciful. And Sahima? Did you find her yet?
Seema says she's granting us access to an elevator to escape.
I wish it were that easy. The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely.
Alright, I'll clear the path.
We'll be ready.
Great Serpent keep you.
Hey, Mars. Already too late for that. Jeff already picked something on stream earlier for me to do. She said yesterday she might join into the call. Crap, 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 crap! Yeah, that would be disorienting.
Good one.
We're in the middle of a fight, Indraja. Excuse you, sir. Level 72!
Yes!
My eyes! My eyes! I've been
you doing today, Mars? Getting a lot of melee weapons.
The Great Serpent has heard me. Thank you.
Right, that's one prisoner freed. See, since star stuff is really useful for stuff like this because I can see exactly where they're being kept.
Great, thank the serpent. I thought I was done for.
Well, either we press on or we turn back. Your call.
Whee! Yeah, unfortunately, this game has a layer of three-dimensional movement they would never allow in another Bethesda game.
That's everyone accounted for. You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent, bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
It's time to get everyone back.
Correction. It's time for you to get back. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place.
Negotiate to the Badland Power Station.
Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These
Yeah, I
members
think
of
Joe.
your house have suffered.
I don't know if Joe has the volume on
respect
his
your
end or not.
decision. Kind of power.
Okay. Okay, where did I park the Rev 8? There it is. Alright, let's drive. Crap, I just crashed into a ship.
I think we can go higher.
You're probably right, Indra Jemma. Whee! Oh joy. Yoo-hoo! There's nobody in the cockpit. Was this a side lander or a forward lander? Oh, there, it says it's a side lander. Okay. Evening Star, not accessible. It's a unique ship that I can't take the... Oh well. Interrupt the negotiations.
If Dasra is to recover, everywhere the Zealots have infiltrated must be cleansed.
So Obi-Wan and I began aggressive negotiations. Aggressive negotiations? Negotiations with a lightsaber.
Your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault you don't find my offers acceptable.
Nah, just the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news.
So Sahima and the other hostages are safe.
Exactly what I wanted to hear.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is.
Let's see. I'm a Freestar Ranger here to enforce justice.
Freestar Rangers have no power here. Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
Then answer it.
Are you sure?
You launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill. What's there, Turi?
Your Shadow Station allies know nothing of this. That's not the death they want.
No, but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life and the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No, I, for one, don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
Perhaps you trust the word of a House Verun soldier.
As much as our people may disagree, Jandar would see you sacrifice your life in direct service to the Great Serpent. Both would have you die, cleansing the accursed, and turning those who may listen to his shadow. You know this to be true, Mihail. A true promised lives only to serve. And your death today would serve nothing.
Blessed sister, you speak truth. I have been blinded by pride, but your words have guided me back to the path. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us.
That wasn't that.
So, here's the thing. They're not leaving.
Die, have you? You will suffer!
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
I can't believe they actually thought I was going to let them walk away. The reason why I killed them, because I wanted this. Modified Varun Quick Strike. It's a pistol, so I could possibly do some good with it, so.
You certainly came through today. House Kadik is in your debt.
As am I. I owe you my life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you.
Let me show the High Council gets
I'm
it.
going back to check on the others, but maybe come find me when you're done.
Raisin, of course, I'm fascinated to learn how you reconcile your religion and science.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance.
Business with zealots needs to end.
And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret. Huh. If you're referring to the members of House Kadik. The others involved know better than to speak of this.
Your sister prefers I didn't even rescue the hostages.
As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots. And she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her an excellent mediator.
I would think you'd both want to be on the same page.
You and the rest of our house. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Hey, before we continue, I'm going to take my break real quick. I will be back in just a minute, guys. Okay, I return. Alright, time to go turn in this quest and pick up the next one. The next one's the one you're not going to want to watch for sure, though. Oh.
If you ask me, we should be celebrating.
There was never a time when I was old enough to be allowed to drink alcohol here.
You do not understand. I saw Anasco, took measure of his burdens.
You're fine.
What you are describing is a dream, nothing more.
Not a dream. A message from the Great Serpent himself.
With all due respect to your craft, dear sister, now is not the time for incense and ash leaves. Or do you not see the depth of the crater before you?
On the contrary, brother. I see it for what it truly is. And if we ignore this vision, Anasco will be lost to us forever.
Enough with the proselytizing. The Vindicator has returned. Ah, were you able to find Sahima? Perfect. I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the morning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. This leaves houses Dulkef and Vathol.
Politics can wait. Every moment we delay, Anasco descends further into the void.
For the last time, faith will not remove the barrier. Science will.
It is the hubris of science that failed you in this moment. We reached out to the Great Serpent. This is his reply.
You claim he has forsaken us?
I do no such thing. The Great Serpent's reply is not an answer, but a question. Are we worthy of his grace? Until that is proven, your works will not succeed.
You're both right.
It sounds like you agree with me.
And yet, only one is the foundation for the other. But the proof is not in our words. It is in the vision. Anasco's presence still persists in this world, and he seeks our aid.
Fine. I feel like I've lived this argument 1,000 times, and the only way to move past it is to concede to its nonsense. Vindicator, speak to my sister. Agree to her fool's errand so that we may continue the work of saving this city.
I have seen visions of Anasco, searching for one bold enough to enter the heart of the vortex. And now that you are here, I know your arrival was no accident, but rather providence.
That's what I was hoping, but I find my mental capacity to be severely depleted at this point.
I understand completely.
You cast doubt on my words. It is to be expected. But rest assured, all will be revealed when you journey north. At the edge of the crater, you will find a cave carved by the anomaly. There, you will make contact with Anasco Varun.
It would be unwise to ignore the Herald's counsel.
Where are you, Andrasia?
It is as the Great Serpent foretold. In my visions, I witnessed two futures. In the first, you breached the scaled citadel, but found Anasco had sunk too far into the void. And in time, all of Dazra was consumed along with him. Indeed, but there is another path. In the second future, I saw you make contact with Anasco, entering a cave through a formless wall. At its terminus was a gate, a path into the realm where our speaker resides. You stepped into this void, and in that moment, something changed. The false future rewritten.
Roughly speaking, it could be that entering the vortex directly would allow you to speak with him. And while my readings do not show any anomalous activity, I admit there's a lot of interference. Still, that only emphasizes the potential danger involved here. I cannot approve of such an excursion on a minute chance Anasco is present. I am no heretic, but to risk so much on a vision, it is a leap of faith I cannot condone. I will not stand in your way, however, as Inaza has stood in ours.
You may not realize it now, dear brother, but our goals are one and the same.
Point me to the cave, I can find it.
Then you must embark to the northern edge of the crater. You will find an entrance there, one that has no form. Step through it, find Anasco, and complete the vision. Only then will his voice be heard.
Alright, let's go. That was almost impressive. Okay, there are enemies below us. I'm going down to fight them. While I'm here, I can see them.
You thought you could evade me?
Yeah, now the vortex horrors are starting to show up. Okay, so far. Okay, so far. Ooh, level up. You know what they say, if you can hear two storms.
These are such a gift. Though your enemies might disagree.
Sorry. Oh. You know, one thing we'll have to make a decision on in who's, if we're going to have someone formally take over the, like, the head male and female counselors, since we'll be doing the director stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's say probably Greg or Corey for the male side. What do you think? Greg or Corey? Yeah, Greg or Corey. They're both been at camp for quite a while on our side, so. Why would I not say Greg? Like, me and Greg's... Yeah, but that has no impact on the fact that he's a pretty good counselor, so. I can separate my personal feelings from what's best for the kids. So. Yeah. Probably. I think Naomi may need a little more time before she's ready to be senior female counselor, or head female counselor. Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, because, I mean, if it was between, like, Gracie and Naomi would probably be the better one, so. As much as, you know, I respect Gracie as a counselor, so. She is, yeah. She wasn't at camp last year, was she? I thought she was on a trip. Oh, we're thinking of different Gracie. Sorry. Yeah. Grace. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, they're both... Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my bad. Good luck, Joe. I think that's all the enemies did. Okay, and Draja can't come in with me, so she'll stay out here while I go in. Oh yeah, definitely. The McKinley was the one I was thinking of. I wasn't sure if she would come back or not. If Ben comes back... Yeah. Probably when her kid gets older and old enough to come to camp, she might. Yeah, I remember Mary Kate being there, yeah. Mary Kate used to hit me with things. What is with getting hit by babies? It just happens to me all the time. Maybe. Remember her first year at camp, Belle was throwing things at me. I was like, stop it! Stop! That is a correct statement, yes. I think part of the problem with me and Greg was that if I had been able to properly separate myself from the cabins, I think it probably would have worked better. The thing is, I think Greg was feeling like I was stepping on his toes because I was having to be so involved with the kids still, even though I was supposed to be stepping back, because we didn't have the manpower to afford me to actually not be with the kids. Because remember, the original plan was for you and me to stop being in the cabins, but we couldn't afford to do that. Yeah, so that's kind of why that's why we hadn't moved, because that, Mark had told me the plan was originally for the two of us to have moved into the lodge.
And it answers with silence.
I probably would have, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we'll be able to stay in the cabins as directors.
Me, Great Serpent? Do you not hear my pleas?
I mean, the lodge is haunted.
You understand me? Hear my voice. But I do not know you. I hesitate
But I
to
mean,
ask,
the cabins are too, but...
What manner of being are you? Do you
No,
truly
not just by the
serve
kids. There's
his
something
will?
in those cabins. I can sense it every time I'm in there, one of them by myself. Which is why I try not to be in one of them by myself.
Yes. He works through you and built the path to guide you to me.
Not completely wrong, but...
I have reached out so many times to hear nothing but echoes. Yet you, an outsider, hear me plain. And for the first time, I hear you. Clearly your arrival here is fated. By stepping into this void, we are now linked. There is still reason to hope. The Great Serpent will see us through. But time is short. The bridge collapses. The gate is still open. The experiment still runs. Find me in the Scaled Citadel. I will wait for you there.
Alright, time to escape. Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank goodness Sense Star Self works on these guys. We're getting crits all over the place.
Yes!
Make sure I'm in this room. Yeah, you could just run straight out of here, but, like, why would you not collapse the shit! Damn it. I got caught and they interrupted me healing, so I got killed. I don't know how far back I just got sent. Hopefully not too far back.
And it answers with silence. Have you abandoned me? Do you not hear? I hesitate to ask. Yes. I have reached out. Clearly your arrival here is... There is still reason to. But time is short. The gate is still... Find me.
We're gonna drop a new quick save, so that way I don't have to go through that scene again. But no, ever since the first time I slept in one of those cabins by myself as a counselor, it's like I've always felt uneasy sleeping in the cabin. It's different when there's other people in there, like I don't feel it, but if I'm in the cabins by myself, I can sense it. What? One time I was joking, I was like, someone's like, is there a ghost in here? I was like, no. I'm like, hey ghost, take this child. I can't remember if it was our camp or if it was camp... I can't remember if it was our camp or Camp Freedom, but one of the girl counselors had told a bunch of scary stories to the girls, and they refused to go back in the cabin until I had come and looked at the cabin and made sure there wasn't anything in there. Like, Mr. Stevie's gotta go in there and look to make sure there's nothing in there. I'm like, why do I have to go into the girls' camp? I just made a scene of, like, looking under the beds and stuff, so... Like, look, there's no ghost. What? Yeah, it's probably Camp Freedom, then. Well, yeah, their directors both were caught. They were the ones who were embezzling the money. I think that's what Hannah and Zach were doing, right? They were draining the money out so Zach could buy the camp. At least that's what I remember hearing. Yeah, precisely. We're not doing anything for them for free, for sure. Especially since they're probably going to be, they're going to really restrict our access to facilities and stuff. You know, here's the... Yeah. It was different when we were working for, you know, ourselves. For 5 years. Yeah. And way under the way under the value of the camp.
The fabric is broken. A trespasser.
That's ridiculous. We should at least be able to use the camp until they've paid it off, and we can then use that money to...
Did they have anything of value?
To get another place. We're not going to be millionaires. Hopefully there's a thing in the contract about not starting the remodels until they paid it off. Because like, they have to know there's a chance they're going to default on it. Yeah, and I don't think they're going to be able to run enough band camps to make up for it. I don't know, I haven't heard that, but I would assume that they would at least try to get some more income in to help start. Like, surely they're going into this with some kind of plan. They're not just jumping the gun because they saw the opportunity. But then again,
Gonna take more than that.
yeah, but that's incredibly expensive, time-consuming process. They're not going to do that right away. So while they're, you know, gathering the funds for that, you think they would run, you know, a couple band camps to bring in some money, or some church camps or something to bring in some, you know, cash. But I don't know. Do we still have any contact with them? Do we know that we know of? Well, with the bartender specifically. Like, are we?
So
Do you know if we have contact with them?
How the great serpent rewards his faithful.
I would certainly hope so.
You return. What news do you have of Anasco?
Resco is waiting for us in the Scaled Citadel. I was able to speak with him.
Then my vision did not betray me.
Well, it would seem I owe you an apology, sister.
There is no need, brother. Your skepticism only strengthens us.
As you say. But, to the matter at hand, did Anasco mention anything that could aid us in his extraction? Yes, the pinnacle of the Citadel was modified to house the equipment to create a gate to the Vortex. If it still runs, that would explain everything we have experienced since the initial incident.
It is much more than that. Normally when I pray for Anasco's return, I sense he is lost, fading. But when I last prayed to the Great Serpent, I felt Anasco's presence clear and distinct. Even as it receded, I felt him anchored to this world. Yes, there are some who suggest that when Jinan communed with the Great Serpent, a similar bond had been established. I believe the same is true for you and Anasco.
I would need time to attempt a scientific explanation for why or how this happened, but for now, let us assume my sister is correct.
Space magic!
And that is the essence of faith. I do not know what lies ahead. My visions do not go beyond this point. But I do know this link would play a role. In fact, I am certain of it.
Agreed. And with this settled, we can now continue the work of aligning the noble houses. Together, we will find a way to complete the mourning device.
Alright. So now we are going to go help House Vital, because I want access to their armory. Sounds like somebody's been hitting the crazy juice.
All must serve. All I am saying is that I am not.
I pray the serpent still favors us to have allowed us to live.
This is foolish, Victor. The High Council needs access to the power grid if we hope to
She
restore
demands
the
your
city.
hydration bell.
Your inability to provide a legitimate excuse for denying them will only last so long.
Victoria is right. I know you're angry, but you can't let personal matters interfere with what may be best for everyone.
Personal matters? This is a Ministry of State matter, and I will handle it as I see fit. He is a traitor. He turned his back not only on his family, but on our people's entire belief system. The fact that he still breathes is a stain upon the House Vethal name.
You would doom us all with your pride.
I will do as I please as head of this house. If you are not a member of House Vethal, you do not belong here.
Crawling. I didn't actually look at it. Yeah, wow. Also, insulted
Another High Council lackey come begging? I told Lovick no more.
Forgive my brother. He has been forgetting his manners of late. Victor, this is Anasco's chosen. You recall Lovick sent word.
I recall he spoke of a newly anointed promised. And we do not need help, especially from an outsider.
You can't continue to refuse the council. You must act. Your inaction is killing you.
Precisely, which is why he leaves me no choice but to say this. My nephew Varric has left, and until he returns, Victor refuses to assist the council.
These are hardly matters for the ears of an outsider.
See, I don't see how these situations are connected.
Of course not. You are an outsider. You have no understanding of our house.
I understand you got your grumpy pants on. You're right, I don't, but I'm here to help, so let me.
Is this not the opportunity you've been looking for, brother? A third party capable of finding Varric?
Yes, you said so yourself. Someone with no loyalties to speak of. And if she's become promised, truly her arrival is more than coincidence.
Serpent, give me strength. You both speak true. Perhaps I have reacted in haste. Tell me, Vindicator, are you well practiced in discretion?
Yes, of course.
I hope your word is good as well. As Vittoria mentioned, my son, Varric, has left. Essentially, he has abandoned his post. And not only did he turn his back on his house, but the great serpent as well. He is a traitor and must be dealt with as such.
Victor, surely you don't mean it.
He does, Luther. He is allowing his fervent pride and anger to cloud his judgment. What my brother is trying to say is that he wishes his own son dead. First, we lose Vashti to that malignance tearing through Dazra. And now you so willingly offer up Varric. As if our house has not suffered enough loss already.
Killing Varric for leaving sounds extreme to me.
Of course it would. As someone from the settled systems, you have no concept of what the Great Serpent demands of us. I do not wish Varric dead, but as head of the Ministry of State, he left me no choice. All must serve. Those who refuse will be met with death.
You can make an exception?
Exceptions show weakness, and we cannot afford to show weakness at a time like this.
We have done the same for less. You act as if death is the only answer. What about forgiveness?
I will not risk the Ministry's authority on the actions of my own son, even if he is my chosen heir. If the High Council wants my cooperation, I need you to find Varric and carry out his sentence.
And I would ask you to spare him. My brother is acting under impulse, not reason.
I have never been more clear. Speak against me one more time, and you will regret it. Varric has a signet ring with House Vithal's family crest. Bring it to me as proof of death. Only then will I grant you access to the power grid. See that you get it done. I recommend you start by speaking to patrons of the Herald's Rest. Some of Varric's associates there may know where he went. But keep in mind, anyone who has directly aided him in hiding is an accomplice and shares his fate.
Okay. Hopefully no one was stupid enough to help him.
If they were, they will pay the price. And remember, absolute discretion. All anyone needs to know is that you are looking for Varric for personal reasons. I will not risk word of his disappearance getting out before I can say the situation has been handled.
Remember, Vindicator, that I would ask you to spare my nephew. Victor is letting his emotions get the better of him. He was barely processing the shock and grief from losing Vashti. Then came the anger and betrayal from Varric. My brother is a man of pride and great faith. For the first time, I think he does not know what to do. But I am certain Victor does not wish Varric dead.
Why would Victor send someone to execute Varric if he doesn't want him dead?
As head of the Ministry of State, Victor feels he has no choice. He believes he is trapped by his own faith and duty. If he makes an exception for his son, and the truth comes out, people will see it as weakness. They will question the Ministry of State's authority, which means they are questioning him. Something his pride would never risk. On the other hand, going through with it, announcing it to the public, that solidifies the Ministry of State as a force to be both feared and revered.
How do you know Victor doesn't want Varric dead?
Is it not obvious? He has given you the perfect out, the ring. Yes, Varric would be loath to part with it. It belonged to his sister and is all he has left. But to save his life, to save her brother, Vashti would give him her blessing to hand it over if you asked. This is why I ask you to spare him. Serpent, guide you.
Okay, so we have 3 options for finishing this quest. We can either convince him to rejoin the fold, come back to his house. We can kill him, take the ring, or we can convince him to give up the ring and pretend that he is dead. Honestly, I'm in favor for either option 1 or option 3. I don't like killing when I don't have to. But either A, faking his death, or B, getting him to come back home, I would be okay with either of those options. Do you have any opinions, Mars? Faking his death would allow him to start a new life elsewhere in the settled systems. It would also gain the access of a new companion that we could travel with. The other option, the only thing it does is give us access to the armory, which we're going to get access to anyways, so. Alright. So we're going to drop a quick save. Do I have anything that boosts persuasion? Because sometimes even with a maxed out persuasion skill you can still fail. Let's see. I do have that, but it's a drug and I prefer not to use it if I don't... Oh, seaweed wine, there we go.
It's so great that we deserved this.
Can I get you anything?
I'm looking for Varric Vitala.
Depends on who's looking for him. And Vi, of course.
Let's see, he owes me a drink and said to meet up here. I'm an old friend, I was hoping to catch up.
We've been getting a lot of that since the so-called incident. Lots of people you're reminded you care about when half the city goes to shit. Truth is, I haven't seen him for a few days myself. But if you find him, tell him he better come check on his tab. I know he's good for it, but since he gave Eggy permission to use it, it's sky high. You being a friend of his, I wish I did, but I'm afraid I just can't help you. Hmm. I can understand. Ah, Varric was always good at giving. All right, fine. I don't know where he is, but there's a man, Dane Salavea. He might know.
Tell me where I can find Tane.
That one's easy. Dane's a bit of a regular ever since Dasra went to hell. Just wait around a bit, and he's bound to wander in.
Yep, just gotta wait for 1 hour, so sit on the stool.
I hope you find Varric.
Yep, here he is.
Hey, aren't you that outsider made promise that showed up here recently?
Yep, that's me.
Impressive. Since these people really aren't into strangers, especially in times like these. I'm an outsider myself. It's hard to get into the whole giant snake thing.
Nice to meet a fellow outsider around here.
Tell me about it. I've been toting stuff back and forth for these people for years and still get the cold shoulder most places I go. But then these people lose half their city and you show up, and suddenly it's divine intervention.
Hero worship. I'm used to having a fan club, yes!
Well, I don't doubt it. Not that anyone here knows, but in the other circles I run in, you got quite the impressive rep. Anyway, enough about that. What can I do you for?
See, I'd like your help finding Varric Vatal.
Varric Vathal, huh? That's no small name around here. Well, I guess that depends, Vindicator. Who wants to know?
I do, of course.
Oh, sure. You just show up out of the blue and suddenly want to know where to find House Vathal's #1 son? And I know he wasn't lost to whatever ate up half of Dazra. Plenty of people have seen him since. Although, let's just say after what went down here, my retirement's looking imminent, and I haven't exactly been saving up for a rainy day. So if you're feeling generous, maybe we can help each other out.
Sure.
Nice to see we operate on the same wavelength. I'm pretty sure he's heading into the Highlands. Just not sure where. But I do have the means to track him. So you just say the word and we're off to the races.
Track him? You have a tracker on Varric?
You make it sound creepy. But yeah, for emergencies.
That does sound pretty creepy.
After you. Once we're outside of Dazra, I'll fire up my tracker, and fingers crossed, it'll lead us right to him. Just head out the west gate, should be the fastest route.
Okie dokie. Who knows? I forgot it's football season for a second. Because Conman likes it so much. When I was at WKU, I watched a couple of games, but football's never really been my thing, to be honest. If I was to watch a sport, I'd prefer like archery or fencing, to be honest. Well, it's not the point of seeing the arrows flying, it's seeing the arrows hit the target, so. Well, beach volleyball could be fun to watch too. Yep. But I specifically watch it during the Summer Olympics, so there's some really good play going on. If it's on and I'm, I have the time, I'll watch it, but I don't go out of my way to watch it, if that makes sense. That is fair. When I was at the McDowell Center, they would put on the Olympics every time it was on. So I think I was there in 2012 when the Olympics was on. I did not, no. I ain't been there for 10 years now, almost. No, actually, it was exactly 10 years ago now. I went there for a work boot camp in 2014. It was like employment boot camp or something like that. It was the first time they did it, so. She was, yeah. Nice. I was there at the same time as Austin. Austin and I were roommates
not an
for
uneventful stay for
in
the
2011, I think. I mean, it wasn't that bad. I was only there for a week, so doing the. I was only there for a week doing the evaluation.
What the hell is that?
Then I went back in 2012 for the actual course, so spent most of the summer there, other than
They could be
camp.
hiding somewhere. Don't know.
Huh? Oh, the home ec course.
Still.
To learn cooking and cleaning and stuff, and I had to
Good
do
news is my
most
heart
of it
didn't give out.
blindfolded.
All my years and all the planets I've been on. Never gonna get used to those things. Terror, what? I think I'll pass. At least I don't see a body around here, so I hope that means Varric's alive. You find anything?
You think the way he sits there and bounces, like it's like if you were to attach him to a generator, he would bounce so much that it would power a building.
Injured. Hope he
Yeah.
doesn't bleed out by the time we find him. Well, what's next?
Probably.
Varric must have fled in a hurry since his tracker's still here. So guess the rest is up to us.
Okay, well, we track him. He's injured, so it shouldn't be too hard.
Sounds like a plan. And hopefully that injury slows him down enough for us to catch up. Let's head back down and see what we can find. And by we, I mean you.
Of course. That's how it works around here. I do all the hard work.
Look at this view. Despite everything,
What?
I cannot help but be moved by how beautiful my home
I'm
can
the
be.
player character. I have to do everything. I mean, when's the last time Andrasia actually killed an enemy during combat? I have no idea. It rarely ever happens. Companions rarely ever actually finish a fight. They start fights all the time, but I'm the one who usually has to finish them. This... but they finished them. God, I miss the Aristocats. I've been meaning to watch that again now that it's on Disney Plus, but I haven't got around to it. Lay some skin on me, Top Cat. Or Tomcat. Aw, that's cute. That was one of the best movies I remember growing up. Even didn't quite make sense why the three kittens are so different, but... I mean, it's not, but... Yeah, but here's the weirdest... I think so. The little girl cat looks like her mom. She's a Siamese cat like her mom. I think it's the one that she's with at the end of the movie that would have made more sense to be the father for the ginger cat.
Please do not frighten the grooms.
That's far enough, strangers. You want to tell me what you're doing on my property uninvited?
Looking for an injured young man who may have passed
through here. You realize you're in the middle of nowhere.
See, he's injured.
I can understand that, but I can't help you. The only people here are my partner Zen and our daughter Mila. No one comes around here. We're isolated, and that's the way we like it. All right, fine.
Irina, are you sure you know what you're doing?
Zen, yes, I know quite well. Never mind my partner, they're just overly cautious. As I said, we're isolated out here. We keep to ourselves. But we did aid an injured young man a few days ago.
That's gotta be Varric.
It's too coincidental. It must have been him.
Let's see. You didn't know who he was?
We didn't know and didn't ask. We introduced ourselves, and he quickly changed the subject. But he was polite, and something about him reminded me of our own son, so I didn't feel the need to push him.
Who's your son?
Casimir Mazur. He left a while back to find work in Dasra. He didn't want the life of a farmer. We haven't heard from him since the incident.
Oh, I bet you he didn't survive.
We sent him north. There's a long abandoned growth farm we felt he could make use of. He claimed he lost everything in the incident that swallowed half of Dasra. He wanted to start a new life. We even gave him 2 of our own groats to get started.
That's all I needed. We'll be on our way.
Thanks for the help.
All must serve.
All right. Through the winding snake passage through the mountains. Past the vaulted doors where impossible things may happen that the world has never seen before. In Dexter's laboratory. But Dee Dee blows his experiments to smithereens. You know, I have to wonder if part of the reason that Dexter never took over the world was because Dee Dee was constantly blowing up his experiments. I think the world may owe Dee Dee a debt of gratitude. Oh God, yes. I told you about the I've told you about the alternate universe that exists where Dexter's laboratory exists in the same world as the Powerpuff Girls. I think. In this alternate universe, in this alternate universe, Dexter is paired up with Blossom. Yeah, it's funny when Dee Dee and Bubbles are teasing Dexter and Blossom about liking each other.
Let's see what we can find out. Nothing going on out here. How about you? Find anything?
See, Varric's not home, but this is where he's living.
Sounds like it's a waiting game then.
Except he's right behind you.
It seems I have uninvited guests. You want to explain yourselves?
You might want to put that gun away.
Oh, hey, it's me. Dane. Put the gun down already.
It's not you I'm concerned about. It's your friends.
Rightfully so.
Drake. I'm Vindicator, Mia.
I wish I could say I was pleased to meet you, but something tells me this isn't a social call. Please, if you're here on my father's orders, allow me to plead my case.
Right, say your piece.
I am not sure how familiar you are with our culture, but all I've ever wanted was the right to choose. I was born House Vithal. I was raised to inherit the role of elder, to run the Ministry of State, to worship the Great Serpent. But I want none of it.
That's not the life I'd want either. There's always a choice. There's always a
With
choice.
House Vithal? Easier said than done.
This is true. House Bethal and the Ministry of State are known to be the most devout and punitive of the houses. It would not be easy to leave without extreme consequences, as you now know.
It's never mattered how much I tried to reason with him. My father simply would not let me go. His pride and the fear of what it would mean for House Vithal is all he cares about.
Okay, kids, having nurturing, supportive parents makes a world of difference.
You sound as if you speak from experience. I envy you. Sometimes I would give anything for a supportive word from my father. All I want is to make my own life. Something Tane understood and was willing to help me with.
The credits help too, but yeah, guess you got the whole scoop now.
Let's see, that explains the tracker.
Yeah, I needed a way to find him once he got outside the city. I lost my ship to the incident, so I didn't want Varric running off thinking I could just grab him and go. I was also out all the credits he was gonna pay me. That's where you came in. I figured, why not two for the price of one?
So, now you know my true intentions for leaving, and given the circumstances, I may be here for some time. My hope now is to make the best of it here.
Let's see. First, tell me why you chose to leave now of all
I
times.
suppose I owe you that much. The truth is, the Scaled Citadel was the last straw. My people are so blinded by faith and politics, they don't see how it's destroying us. Anasko Varun eliminated half our population in the blink of an eye. My sister Vashti among them. I could no longer live in a society that won't put its people first. That would destroy itself in the name of a god that has done nothing for us.
This is why I put my faith in science and people.
You must be one of the enlightened I've heard about. I hope you can see why I want to walk away from all this. To start my own life. I ask that you give me that chance.
You're free to go, but I would ask something for you in return.
Anything. Name it.
Your signet ring. Victor wants it as proof of death.
My ring? Vashti gave it to me. It's all I have left of her since the cataclysm.
And it hurts me to
Disaster
demand it
took
from you,
every
but
physical
welcome back,
reminder
Joe.
of her, except for this ring. Just wiped her from existence.
See, your sister would want you to live.
True. It's as if she's looking out for me. One last time. Take it.
I feel so bad
I'll
taking
find
this from him.
solace in
The
the
only
fact
remnant
that
of his
the
sister.
ring will remain with my family. And now I hope we are done here. Thank you for seeing reason. I owe you both my life and freedom.
Now that's over with. I'm gonna hang back here, talk to Varric a bit. Besides, I don't want to be around when you break the news to Victor. Do me a favor and find me at the Herald's Rest when you're done.
Hey, I don't blame him for not wanting to be anywhere near Victor right now. Peace out. Not close enough to actually travel back to the city. I mean, I could probably just warp to my ship. Let me just do that. It'll get the Rev 8 back by the ship anyway, so I can use it later if I need to. We got an hour left, so.
The interior of this ship comforting.
I just like how the rest of the crew is just trapped on the ship while we're just having adventures in the city, and they're just like, are we ever gonna get out of here? No. The snake people will kill you. Stay on the ship.
Do you need something?
I was wondering if you needed something.
Did you have something to say to me?
Seems like now isn't a good time.
No, it's not that. Sorry, I do not want to be rude. Most people tend to ignore me, so I'm not very good at talking. And, well, you are the one that Anasco spoke to, so... well, forgive me if I am nervous.
How do you feel about everything happening in Desra?
Not good.
That took a while.
Things are scary. I try not to think about it too much, but, well, it's not easy. There was another storage employee that I worked with, but, I have not seen him in weeks. I think, well, it's pretty obvious what happened to him. He was always nice to me. He did not deserve this. So yeah, things are scary. Even Dumar is probably scared, even though he always seems so happy. Oh, Dumar is the, ship technician, by the way. It is good to keep busy.
Farewell, Indraja! She was, yeah.
Perhaps it is not so
I hate to do this again, but I'm gonna have to be right back, sorry. I'm back, sorry about that. I mean... Okay. I'm gonna try something that I didn't try last time, so let me just drop a quick save real quick.
We mourn the loss of our fallen, but know they walk with the serpent.
Well?
I pray you return with good news. Victor is waiting.
You're back. What news do you bring?
What have you done? Varric.
This blood is on your hands, Victor. I hope you remember this. And I also told you to spare him.
I did spare him.
No, it was Veric's choice. He knew the consequences.
You were his father. You were supposed to protect him. You think you are doing what is right out of some blind dedication, But you are destroying this house. You already lost one child. You had to murder the other.
Victoria!
I will not hear any more of this. It is done. Leave us.
Oh, I am leaving to mourn my nephew whose memory you disgrace with your very presence.
Victoria!
Leave her be, Luther. The Great Serpent will guide her. She will understand in time, she will. She has duties to perform. Ultimately, I care nothing for what you think. Now, only one matter remains. Did you find anyone who aided my...
Varric kept it close to the chest. He told no one.
Good. I also have heard nothing of my son's disappearance, so I appreciate your discretion in this matter. You restored order to this house, and have my gratitude. Here, the access code that Ekris needs to connect to the power grid. Now go. I have much to arrange.
I'm hoping I can catch her and talk to her because I want to tell her that he's still alive, if I can. There she is.
The very sight of you offends me. I wish only to be rid of you.
I have news that requires the utmost secrecy.
Great Serpent, steal me. My heart beats with anticipation, and yet I fear to ask.
Your nephew is still alive.
The Great Serpent is truly merciful. Where is he? I must see him.
He's on a goat farm in the Highlands.
My nephew, a growth farmer. I always knew that Victor would drive him away. Varric often spoke to me of his own dreams and aspirations. And they never did include house politics. I think even Victor knew he was unhappy. But his pride only allowed him to see a boy that would follow in his footsteps.
Victor's better off far away from here. I only wanted you to know the truth.
And the truth will stay with me, and me alone. As much as I want to see his face, it is enough to know that Varric is alive and safe. You have brought me peace. Thank you, Vindicator.
Yeah, I think she realized that would be a really bad idea, because if she goes there, her brother might follow her and then kill her nephew himself. Yeah.
First Vashti. Now Varric. All must serve.
So I can't tell Luther about it, unfortunately. So, but at least she knows. So. The thing is, here's the thing: she immediately jumps to the conclusion that you actually committed the deed. Like, she doesn't hope that there's a chance that you know, faked his death. So, yeah, I'm like, hey, yeah, no, he's still alive. But, you know, I can't blame her because you have the same dialogue choices if you do kill him. Because I actually did check out all the different possible endings just because I'm curious like that. You have the same dialogue option, so I guess I didn't want to program two responses, like, or make her hopeful and then turns out he is in fact dead. That would just be throwing it into her face. It's like, you actually spared him, right? Like, oh no. No, he's there, he dead.
The morning device may be our one and only chance to reach Anasco and save Dazra. Did Victor finally relinquish the access code?
I had to pry them out of his hands with a crowbar.
Excellent. We'll finally have the resources to fully charge the morning device. Now, let's hope House Steward Kef is as forthcoming as the others.
Right, let's go do House to Kef.
This device is rather imposing looking, no? Never in his worst nightmares could I imagine Jinan Varun saw a future like this. comforting to see that at least some places can maintain a degree of normalcy.
Excuse me, Vindicator. Can I have a word?
Later, I'm not doing side quest right now.
I have not seen my sister in days. Great serpent, I pray not.
I'm sorry, but I cannot just give you.
Please, being this busy keeps my mind occupied.
You are a herald, are you not?
All must serve.
All must serve.
Why will you not help my family, my children?
We have examined your children and found that they were not in immediate need of treatment. Other patients are in more dire circumstances and require assistance.
You will not help my children unless they are dying.
Hello, Vindicator. Malibor has kept me informed of the situation. The
pretty much
deadlock of the High Council. I hope your presence here means things have changed.
See, the other houses have agreed to cooperate. Yes, now it's just down to you.
Good. Good. I'm pleased that the Council is once again working towards a solution. It felt wrong not to help. Do you know where I was when it happened? The incident, they call it. I was in the temple next door, conversing with my cousin. I was in the middle of replying to him about, you know, I don't even recall. Some meaningless bit of family drama, I am sure. One moment he was there, and the next, gone. My cousin, the floor, the wall, just gone. I found myself looking out at the scaled citadel, unable to comprehend. And now, here I stand, the elder of House Dulkev.
Sorry for your loss.
My loss? Yes, I suppose. Although, from an outside perspective, one could consider it a fair trade, given my new role. Perhaps even a gain.
See, I'm sure your cousin would consider the ministry insane.
I appreciate the sentiment, but we shall never know. You cannot imagine it. A single moment of pure, terrible silence. A meter's distance was all that separated me from whatever has become of Dazra. I find that through all the chaos and the scrambling since, my mind drifts back to that moment. I could be gone as well. But here I remain, spared. And I do not know why. And where is this forward leading? I'm sorry. I should shoulder my own burdens, not force them upon you. I've grown so tired of the council squabbling, and I want no further part in it. I have no demands, no requests. All must serve. And House Dulkev is no exception.
Everyone seems to want something out of this.
The speaker has always been the guiding light of House Varun. In his absence, it is of no surprise that some would find themselves lost, stumbling in the dark. That is what I can tell you. Sometime before our current calamity, Anesco Varun approached me looking for information about his grandfather's time. He was frustrated at the lack of progress. House Dulkev keeps extensive records, you see. While I was never told the exact reason behind the inquiry, I was able to deduce a fair amount. I provided him with the shipping manifests from the time of the Serpent's Crusade, materials and equipment that suggested some highly specialized research. I told Anesco where those materials had been sent. Weeks later, well, you've seen the Citadel. You know as well as any where we are now.
You think it's related?
The timing is too close to be coincidence. Anesco returned from the site in unusually good spirits. He boasted of something called the Vortex Interlock, and that it was the key to unlocking some new unseen potential. Whatever records exist of this interlock were swallowed up with the Citadel. And as for the original site, executors were sent, but did not return. And we can spare no more casualties. So I suggest you visit Malin Dam to the southeast. I believe it is more than it seems. It is the only place to learn more about these vortex interlocks and what connection they may have to the events at the Citadel. And should your search be fruitful, make sure it is known that House Dulcev was proud to serve when called upon.
Okay, let's roll.
Have all the supplies been inventoried? Yes, I've completed that.
Looks like we've got some vortex phantoms. I am joining the fight. Gotcha. That was a good shot. Oh, what I was... sorry, you're talking to me or Conman? I can't tell. Sure. Okay. So what I'm thinking of doing, and I had briefly talked to you about this, Joe. Potentially moving my our BG3 run into the morning, and then I'll just stream Monday when I'm on vacation because I've got. I thought I brought this up yesterday. I'm sorry, but it's either cancel BG3 or move it into the morning because I can't possibly. Because we're going to be from 2 to 4. We're going to have a meeting. So I know I brought that up yesterday. Okay, and I thought I had specifically brought that up, but no. It's either that or cancel. So it would probably. Well, the meeting starts at 2, so probably like 10 to 12. Are you working Sunday? Probably is a good question to ask. Oh, you haven't got your hours for Sunday, that's right. Yeah. Well, we'll have to wait and play it by ear and see. So when Joe knows his schedule, I'll announce what I'm doing. So, because if we can move BG3 into the morning, that would free me up for the afternoon, and then I can do either a Saturday or a Sunday or Monday stream for Starfield. So. That is assuming that they're able to arrange like the call for me to be in a Discord or like we don't actually know for a fact they'll do that yet.
Not unless you have a card.
Okay.
It's fine. It was built extra strong, and the railings are all sturdy. There aren't any sharp edges. So, you're trying to get in there? You're not the first person to come here recently,
fair.
you know? Anasco Varun himself was here. I saw him, but he didn't talk to me. And there were too many other people around him. They all looked really serious. I heard he disappeared. Is that true? I never saw him come back out of the dam. But I did see them go in. They had cards that let them open the door. I found one after they'd left. I thought about using it, but I didn't want to get in trouble. Kavil said I should give it to him for safekeeping. So I did. Maybe he'll let you have it. Okay. Good.
Yeah, we used to joke. I can't remember how it happened, but were you fishing? Indraja, I know you want to talk about this place. I've got a skill point to spend. Yeah, that's going to be a problem.
Has fallen on hard times. It is so empty.
I don't know what I'll be able to do about that because I can't. I mean, if it was periodically, I might be able to arrange with my parents like I was doing, but I guess we could see about asking Corey. But I don't know any other way I'm going to be able to get there because I can't possibly ask my parents to drive me up there every time I got to go up there. So. That would be way too much.
I would ask for news of the city, but I think I prefer not to know.
That's probably a good idea.
Another day, another mouthful of seaweed. No offense, but it's not your property.
I'll do the best I can.
The ownership of the card is far less important than its use.
Be that as it may, I feel it should be turned over to the proper authorities.
Catapult.
You know that all must serve Kavil. Right now, handing over that keycard. That is how you best serve the Great Serpent.
A
I
good
only
30
wish to
minutes or
serve,
so, I think.
I swear. You are right, though. Here, take it.
It depends on traffic too, because typically we take the when I ride with my parents, we take the interstate up. If I'm riding with Corey, we take Bluegrass Parkway. Probably not. I mean, if he was coming out to burn the camp down, he might do that. Didn't. I'll hold her back as long as I can. She's short, but she's scrappy. Get out of here while you can. They're the ones who bought our camp. For way under the asking price and for over the course of like 8 years. Yep. And the Lions allowed them to screw us over, so she's mad at the Lions too because of they got gypped. Or duped, or...
Whoever laid claim to this place seems to be long gone.
Yep. Not thinking about the kids or the camp or... Yep. Yeah, the bartenders really took advantage of the situation. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Warning.
There must be
Power
some mechanism for
fluctuations
draining the flood.
detected. Rerouting to compensate. Drainage pump control bypassed.
Yeah. Yeah, it was... They definitely jumped the gun on it. Oh well, it is what it is. We can't change the past now. Unless... No, there's nothing we can do now. You can. And I will have to hold you back. It's like, just reach out my hand and put it on her forehead and like hold her at arm's length. It's like, run as far as you can. Mars, no! Bad Mars! Like, guys, I'm sorry, hold on, I gotta get out the spray bottle and start spraying her with it. Shh. Back! Back, you savage!
You are not welcome here.
That's
you
true,
will
yeah.
leave immediately. This is your only warning.
See, I'm looking for information.
I do not care what you think you need. Jinan Baron himself charged us with the protection of this facility. It was his last order, and it will be carried out.
See, Anasko Varun is in danger. I'm trying to save him, maybe all of House Varun.
Yes, I know this Anasko. He visited, reinforced his grandfather's order. The work done here must be safeguarded, protected, never permitted to leave. None but the Speaker may decide otherwise. And you are not the Speaker.
The spoils of victory. Hopefully they amount to something.
I wouldn't call this victory, Andreja. We didn't kill him. He was already dead. Now we are getting ready to fight a battle. Whether we win or not's completely different. I'm sure we can. What?
You were warned. You did not listen. Then you have forfeit your life. The Speaker's orders will be carried out. You must die.
There's a child in need. Storm filled the lake. What was Storm doing next to the lake? Hey, I pushed him in. Wait, so you were driving to rescue him after you pushed him in? What? Yeah. So I can hear them, but they can't hear me. Or, that's not how it works. I
Let
can
us
hear
hope
them, but the
whatever
people who are
experiments
watching
were
the
going on
video
here
can't
are
hear
not
them.
running loose.
Yeah.
You think you would be rid of me so easily? The arrogance!
Lady, I
The
already
work
killed you
done
once.
here has tied us to this place for all time. That is why we have agreed to guard it.
Sister,
Oh goodness.
have you not finished this game? You should have heeded Courageous words in the beginning, little one. This is no place for you.
The outcome has not changed, Vedrasa. We are still in control here.
Please, you must let me pass.
I have my orders, and I will follow them.
I have my orders, and I will
Do you
fulfill
even
them.
understand why you are here? What it is you are looking for? This seems a fool's errand.
See, I need to know what Nesco came here for. There must be some way we... Something here that can save House.
Jinan Varun believed the same, at least in the beginning. You should have left when you had the chance.
Damn. There you are. That's one down. Wait, no, she's right back up again. What? Sorry. Just imagine they're a bartender. Punch somebody in their face. Throat chop. Ah! Yeah, unfortunately, but we can do it, I think. We're gonna have our work cut out for us, but... What I think we should probably do at some time after the meeting is sit down and come up with a list of tasks that we need to do and start eliminating them one by one. Yeah. We probably won't.
Do you not grow weary of this? I assure you, it will not end. You are the one with the power to change this, either by turning around or dying.
This is turning into a most exhilarating exercise.
All this noise over one little trespasser. Let us be done with this already.
The experiments here have ensured our resilience. We endure because it has been ordered of us. House Faroon's return to greatness begins with the work done here. And until that time comes, we will keep it safe. They are not yours to have.
Wow. Dismissed. Do I have anything that can boost my damage? Nice. Be nice to have him there for Jack and Dexter. Crap, 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 crap.
You brought him to stand against us.
Warning. Power grid destabilized. Containment fields failing. Backup systems risk overload. Consider manual shutdown at the earliest convenience.
Nice.
You utter fool! Do you have any idea what you have done? Those interlocks power our pods. You have killed Vedrasa.
Why didn't you tell me that sooner?
What is more, you have disrupted the flow of power within the dam. You are one step from dooming those farmers on the surface. All right, hero. You have proven yourself a commendable opponent. But now, you have a choice to make. If you can remove the remaining interlock, you will have bested us. But you will ruin the lives of those above us. Or we can continue this contest of wills and see which of us is stronger. The choice is yours. But we do. My dedication.
Time to leave.
Warning. Critical power failure. Dam function compromised. Emergency evacuation protocols enacted.
I shouldn't have done that. Fresh bigots. The freshest of baguettes. I did not hear what you just said, Joe. What did you just say, Joe? Ah, okay. Sorry, he had already said it, but I couldn't hear him, so.
Remote lab facilities
Yeah,
are sometimes set up
but still
to
made
engage in
me even more
activities that are
curious about what it
dangerous,
was that
illegal.
he said that you didn't. Oh no. Shoot. Yeah, I've burned through a lot of med packs today. Where am I supposed to go from here? Little bit, yeah. Doesn't help she shows up and wants to fight every now and then. Problem is this is a fight that will never end because they just keep coming back, so I'm going to run. I may fight them one more time at the exit, but I think I fought them enough. But they just keep coming back, it's a waste of ammo, Joe. Yeah, because your mom was still living in Barbados at the time, wasn't she? Ow! This way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure to go to Alaska you have to have a passport, don't you? Just like if you're going to Hawaii. Okay. Yeah, I always assumed it being in international waters required a passport. You're en route to an American location from an American location. Yeah. Yeah.
Our sins must have been considerable.
Zahima's research and algorithm have proven to be even more vital than I estimated. I am old and my eyesight is not what it used to be, but I know the face of success when I see it. Your lead from House Kef paid off.
Yep, we got the interlock.
I have heard of such a thing. Recently, in fact, just before the accident. That is apparently not a coincidence. We do not need it for the device, but if this accounts for some of the leaps in progress in the Citadel, you may wish to hold on to it. As much as I have devoted my life to science, one cannot deny that there is an occasional spark of the divine. The Great Serpent has use for this. And you, still to come. Your timing is excellent, in fact. I believe we are ready to proceed. Just a few quick preparations. Creating the necessary connections. It is done. Vindicator, will you do us the honor?
At least she's honest. Reminds me of the children in the Red Bull book series by Brian Jakes, where when everyone else would cover their hearts, they didn't know where their heart was, so they just covered their stomach instead.
Powering grav drive.
Field projector, standing by.
It's like, cross my heart, land on stomach. It's like, that's not where your heart is.
Grav field, stable.
Turbines to speed. Look at this sinister looking laser we're about ready to fire.
Capacitors fully charged.
All stations reporting. Ready to proceed with targeting.
Targeting system engaged.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt.
Yes.
Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Fire!
His fangs shall pierce the shell of the world.
Focus.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
Beam on target.
Compensating
Power draw
for
exceeding
recoil.
capacity.
It is working. Steady.
Attempting to stabilize
Detecting
voltage.
graviton flux.
Situations in the grav field.
Hold. Hold! We cannot fail the speaker now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out.
Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Grav drive, cycling down.
Turning to 0 point.
Retracting stabilizers.
Shutdown complete.
Clear! Well done, all. Well done. We have done all we can. I am sure the Council is waiting to speak with you.
That is quite a sight. I was not certain this would work, but it seems the serpent has blessed us.
You have always lacked faith, Dulkev.
One could argue that faith got us into this mess in the first place.
Enough! It is time for action, not bickering.
Agreed. We must secure the Citadel. Send in everyone.
Are you mad? We have no idea how stable this is. No idea what is happening inside.
Time is a luxury we do not have. Committing a large force is impossible. There have been reports of increased zealot activity, no doubt in response to what we have been doing here.
It would be unwise to leave Dazra even more vulnerable than it already is.
And, to be candid, we have no idea what will happen to anyone entering the Citadel. We must minimize the potential risk. It is only fitting that it should be you.
Really? I do not doubt our newest member's conviction, but...
What else can we do, hmm? She is the only one who can communicate with the Nazgul. Save as much as you can. Save it all, if possible, but the Speaker must be your priority. Do whatever it takes to bring a Nazgul back to us. We will speak again soon, I hope.
Right.
The guards overheard my neighbor from saying to the group.
I would be happy to take your money. Well, look, you must have friends. Of course I do. They will not know what.
If it is a bottle of Goza, you...
The Ministry of State executed Varric Vethal as a traitor. We must all remember our duty to root out heresy, even now.
What could... Vindicator.
Need help? You and everyone else. Oh, it's you. Good. Stress of everything is... I appreciate that. Save some for... If we are done, please move along.
We have displeased the Great Serpent, so do not agitate him any further.
Displease the Great Serpent, so do not agitate him any further.
Not again! Great Serpent.
Sheesh, that's short. Is this the person who comes into the stream sometimes? Is this the... Oh, that's Ashley, okay. I knew that, but for some reason my brain was telling me like there was some kind of like I knew that Ash was your sister. It's like I just yeah. Yeah, I knew that part. Yeah, and they adopted Sky. It is what it is. I mean, he doesn't randomly strip his clothes off, does he? Because I had to deal with a child that did that once. He's like, I'm gonna take off my shirt. Put your shirt back on. I'm gonna take off my shirt. Like, dude, I'm gonna glue your shirt onto you. And that's good. Alright, well guys, we are here at the end of the stream. I know I've got a couple of minutes left, but this is literally the last mission of a shoot. I meant to not do that yet. This is the last mission of the main quest for Shattered Space, so we will come back and do this next week once I've killed these enemies. There we go. So yeah, we'll come back here next week and we will continue where we left off with invading the Scaled Citadel and dealing with the Nazgul Varun. So I want to thank you very much for joining me if you did. I will be back Friday with more Jack and Dexter, the Precursor Legacy. Also, Joe and I will be back here at from 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time for more Baldur's Gate 3. Hope you join us for that as well. Thank you very much, everyone, and have a great day. Goodbye!